Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's playoffs time, baby, and we are getting to our first semi-final contested between Max and Blonde to secure the first and one of only two spots in the grand finals of the Black and Blue tournament. This is gonna be brilliant. We are kicking things off on Final Destination as always. For these playoffs, it's going to be Terry, it's going to be Crom, the two main characters both of these players have gone with throughout the entire tournament, and off we go. This is going to be brilliant. If there's any match I think will deliver to the hype, it's going to be this one. I think these two are going to go down all the way to the wire. We are kicking things off, and it is Max who's getting that early advantage, up to 56% damage already with only 20 seconds played. He's getting a few good licks in on Blonde here, was unable to respond so far. Now Max widening the lead. Brilliant counter there. Shield there. Both players. Blonde's really struggling here in these early stages. He just about managed that recovery, but all of a sudden he is really... Okay, he's fighting back. He's getting some big hits in. This is very good work. This is very good work, but Max destroying Blonde, sending him flying into the sky. But Blonde fighting back. There's only about 50% difference between them now. Max barely getting that recovery off. Max does get the first stock off of Blonde, though. Blonde has to quickly get in some big hits and finish Max off to make sure this doesn't make a big difference, and he's doing that. He's launching Max off the edge of the stage. Dangerous for both players there, but both players able to survive. Max being launched off again and again. Blonde is getting ever closer to taking that first stock off. Brilliant shield, great hit, and we are down to 2-2 back at level peggings. This is very close, only 28% damage between the two players. And we have lag. And a connection error has occurred. That is fucking typical. So we will not be able to observe the rest of that round. That is really annoying. Oh, God. I had a feeling that would happen. I really just had a feeling that would happen. So we're just going to have to wait until they're done with that round so we can get back into the next one. It looked very even. I would have to give the advantage to Max, but I have to say, Blonde really looked like he was coming back into that. He really looked like he's going to make a fight of it. I genuinely think this is going to be the best match of the entire tournament when all is said and done, but a lot can still happen. A lot of the matches have been quite one-sided. I think these two are the most evenly matched in terms of skill in the entire tournament. We will have to see how they do. Obviously, such an important thing on the line. They've already got through the gauntlet of the preliminaries, but let's be fair about this, the preliminaries weren't that difficult when you consider the fact that only one player was ultimately eliminated because, well, there was a lower player count in the end than we anticipated initially. So both players here contesting for a spot in the final, and I've just got news. Max beat Blonde 3-2 in that round. And we will be going through to round 2. So, sounds like it was close. Blonde's now at a disadvantage, but remember, this is first to 4 wins, not first to 3. This is the format we're going for in the in the playoffs. First to 4, not first to 3. Massive change, because it means even if you go 3-0 down, you can fight your way back. But a reverse sweep is something we have simply not seen in Smash into Bog to this date, and I don't think anything's going to change just yet. I don't think anyone's quite got that capacity in them. But here we go. We're going into round 2, and Blonde will be making the switch over to Cloud. Interesting, because Cloud hasn't really got him very good results in this tournament so far. Usually the character is a bit too slow. No. Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? This is really fucking annoying. I don't know what's going on. It might be the download I've got going on in the background, but Nintendo servers are just shit. My god, they're shit. Oh. And we could potentially have 7 rounds here. This is only 2, but like at the rate things are going, I'm not going to be able to capture footage of anything. It's really fucking annoying. So I don't know how to anticipate that round. I didn't get to see anything really. So we're just going to have to wait again for the next round. Right. So, obviously, all important this one. Absolutely critically important, this match. It's, you know, it's do or die. You either make it to the grand finals and you secure yourself at least a silver medal, or you lose and you drop off the face of the earth. As far as this tournament's concerned, it's over. If you lose this, the tournament's over for you. I have left in an option for the third and for the losers of the semi-finals to play each other for a bronze medal. That is entirely down to whoever those players end up being. But to be honest with you, I can't see them being bothered. So there won't be any bronze medal awarded, I guess. It'll just be like... Or I could just award it by KD or something. Yeah, I might do that. We'll see how it goes. But obviously, no one wants to come third. No one wants to come fourth, no one wants to come third. It's all about the gold medal. And whoever wins this match will have to face the winner of the match between the number 1 and number 4 seeds, Black and Law. That's going to be a very different story, I think, that match. I think that's going to be a little more one-sided than this one, but we will see strange things have happened in the history of competitive Tobog, and that a reversal of that result would certainly be one of those strange things. However, it feels unlikely to me. So, yes, hopefully that match will come later in the week, for the next couple of days. My hope is that we'll get the whole tournament done by the end of the week, because I have plans to initiate another tournament as of shortly after. It won't be Smash related, it will be to do with Call of Duty. I've already discussed it with the other players. Should be a pretty spicy one when it does get around to it, but that's a story for another time. This is Smash we're in right now, and we don't really get to enjoy this match because, yeah, fuck you. You wanted to play Smash? You wanted to watch Smash? You wanted to commentate? Fuck you, boy. We're just going to have to watch 2 little dots press up against each other time and time again. Okay, I'm running out of things to say in the interval, so, yeah. I think literally half my time in this game has been spent in spectator stands. But I like that. I prefer watching this game than playing it. It's also worth remembering that we are definitely going to crown a... Oh god. We're definitely going to crown a brand new champion this year because... Oh, I've just got results back. Blonde won the second round, 3-1, which means we are at level peggings once more. This is going to be really, really exciting. And my download is just complete. So hopefully that won't interfere anymore. Max will be picking his map. PS2, I'm not really sure what that means. What is that, Fantasy Star? No, I actually have no idea what that is. Let me have a look. Oh, Pokemon Stadium. Oh god, I'm an idiot. Fucking Fantasy Star. Anyway, yeah. So, round 3, I'm hoping I won't disconnect this time because my download's complete. So I'm hoping that was the issue. If not, we're probably just going to have a very short session again. But here we go, round 3. Both players now sitting at 1 round each. Very, very interesting move here with Max switching over to Banjo, who we have not seen so far in this tournament. Blonde sticking with the Cloud pick that worked well for him in that second round as he was able to get that 3-1 victory. In terms of KD, currently Blonde is winning by 1 single kill. But that doesn't mean anything. All that matters is whoever gets to 4 wins first. But so far, the Banjo pick working out for Max, but maybe something a little bit... I don't really know how Banjo plays, but it seems to be working out alright. However, Blonde takes the advantage, only about 15% higher than Max so far. Max is getting back into this. This is already a very close match. I think the switch to Banjo has really helped Max out here. I was surprised. He's been playing so much Terry. It has worked out really well for him so consistently. No! Blonde! No! Oh, no, Blonde! No! Oh, that's horrible. Oh, that's horrible. Blonde is... Oh, he loses a horrible first stock, and Max taking advantage, getting Blonde up to 34% while he's still on his own first stock, unable... He's doing... Oh, Blonde, that's really bad news. However, Blonde getting back into it, getting some big hits in. He can still recover this if he's able to get a quick kill onto Max, but he needs to be quicker. He can't take too much more damage. Hits like that definitely help, and that is going to send Max flying out. The damage... proportion, not that bad. About 35% damage between the two players. And he's... Oh, nice shielding there by Max. Good hit there. He sends Blonde down again. He's going to be very wary of Blonde's poor recovery ability, and that would be his key to victory, I think. He got a bit lucky with that first stock. He needs to control his work a little bit better here. I'm sure he'll be able to pull off something quite extraordinary if he can win this one. However, he has been given a helping hand so far, so we're going to have to see if he's going to be able to pull off this win. Max is playing very what's the right word? Very conservatively here. He's playing a bit more defensively, going in for those openings, letting Blonde make mistakes. And he's got a good advantage here. He's got about an 80%, now 90% advantage between the two. Blonde gets a big hit in though, but ooh, Max is seriously taking advantage here. Blonde is down to his final stock with Max sitting at only 60% damage. He's in a really, really good spot right now, Max, and he is almost certainly going to take the advantage in this match once more. However, Blonde getting in a nice hit there. If he can keep racking up damage like this, I'm sure he will be able to get that second stock off Max fairly quickly. However, Max getting back into this one, racking up that damage. Blonde is on his final stock, and he's taking far too many critical hits, and that is it. It's going to be a 3-1 victory to Blonde. And Max, now takes advantage once more, 2-1. However, he is not on match point. He will be with one more win. At the moment, it's just a temporary advantage. We'll have to see how Blonde comes back and fights against that. The switch to Banjo very much worked out in favor of Max there. And I think Blonde is going to do something to respond to that. I don't know whether he might switch back to Chrom. Certainly an option. But we will have to see. It could go either way. He's definitely doing something. He's definitely changing up what he's doing. And he's also got to pick a stage as well. My thought is he's probably going to stick with Battlefield from earlier. I don't know just yet though, but we are going to stick with Pokemon Stadium 2, which is basically Battlefield because it's the same platforms. And what has he picked? What has he picked? He is going with Hero. Oh, this is an interesting match. This is the first time we've seen Hero be played in this tournament. I am very interested to see how this works out. Early advantage goes to Max, however, but only 10.9% damage done. Blonde struggling to land a hit here, I think. Maybe the switch a bit too exotic for him. A bit too out of left field, but it's still extremely early days here. Only 20 seconds played. That's a big hit, though. Oh, Blonde cuts that damage deficit down in just 2 hits. However, Banjo getting straight back in with that big hit. We have got 2 DLC characters that we have not seen in this tournament so far, apart from the last round with Banjo. In this match, this is an exciting semi-final. 99% damage, however, onto Blonde. He is looking down the barrel of a gun right now, manages to block that grenade thing and keeps his hopes alive here in this first stock. Good dodges here from Blonde. He's doing actually very well at playing the defensive game, getting away from those big hits. Stopping Max from getting that hit, and that's very nice work by Blonde! Oh my lord, what was that? That was great work by Blonde! And he's taking the first stock off of Max, and already getting in some big hits, up to 50% damage on Max so far. This is an inspired change by Blonde. It's really working out in his favour. He's sitting at 119% damage on his first stock, but already doing massive amounts of work onto Max on his second stock. He's claiming such a huge advantage, and Max, if he wants to get back into this, he needs to kill Blonde off now. But that's really dangerous. Max now sitting at 110% damage. Blonde is dominating this match. However, Max is able to get that first stock off of Blonde, but Max now at 110% damage deficit, looking really, really worse for wear. It's only going to take a couple of small hits to be able to get rid of Max at this stage and get rid of his second stock, and that's not a small hit. It didn't need to be, but he still got the kill. Max now down to his final stock, Blonde sitting at only 20% damage on his second stock, and already the damage deficit is firmly in favor of Blonde. This is not looking good for Max. We are looking to tie up the series once more, 2-2. Another big hit from Blonde. He's able to land these big fireball attacks, and he's just doing so much heavy lifting with these extremely powerful attacks that are sending Max spiraling away and doing huge amounts of damage. Max sitting at 94% damage on his final stock. Blonde in relatively good health on his second stock, only 81%. Max is able to recover there. Ooh, very good shield there by Max. He is desperately clinging on to life here. He does get a big hit on Blonde. Not quite enough to finish him off on his second stock, however. Oh, beautifully done by Max. He manages to get rid of that second stock from Blonde. However, KD means nothing, and sitting at 111% damage with none on Blonde at all on his final stock. It's looking like this win is going to go to Blonde, and it does. He takes the fourth round, 3-2, and we go back to level piggings. This is everything. This battle was built up to be 2-2. Already, this is going to be the longest match of this tournament so far, and that's not even taking into account the fact that it's now best of 4. We're just dealing with something. I'm not entirely sure what the issue is, but we're just getting something sorted out before moving on to round 5. We're going to stick with Pokemon Stadium 2 for round 5. Now, someone will take advantage here, and someone will move to match point. Whoever wins this will be 1 round away from the ground finals. Will it be Max? Will it be Blonde? The way things are going at the moment, it's be Max, Blonde, Max, Blonde. You would think Max would be next, but there's absolutely no way of knowing. Here we go, round 5. This has been a treat of a match so far. Not only are these two players very evenly skilled, we have seen characters we haven't seen before. These players getting outside of their comfort zones, adapting to what the enemy's doing, trying out new things. It's been really, really good Smash Bros. Work, and I have been very happy to be able to watch it, or most of it anyway, about half of it so far. Anyway, back to the match. These players very evenly contested, only 0.6% damage between them after the first 30 seconds played. Max is able to recover there after what could have been quite dangerous. Both players playing fairly defensively. Big hit there, though, onto Blonde. It's crucial for Max here that he comes out and gets that first stock off of Max and makes a serious advantage. But no! Blonde is able to do it! He sends Max screaming into the void, and he takes that first stock off and is now 1 step away from match point. Or 2 steps away from match point. I mean, 1 step further to match point. This is looking very, very dicey for Max, but he does manage to get some big hits in on Blonde, but he has to finish him off quickly. Oh, he's fallen victim to another one of those fiery attacks. Max sitting at 83% damage on his second stock. He hasn't taken a stock off Blonde yet. Now he has, but he's got an 83% damage deficit to make up. He needs to get back into this fight. He can't afford to be hit by one of those massive attacks again. Good shield that time. Very good dodge work there by Max to avoid what could have been an absolutely catastrophic attack. But he needs to make up his damage deficit. Only 6% damage down on Blonde on his second stock. He is getting those hits in, but he needs to do more and needs to defend himself. He's doing good work though. The damage deficit now cut down to about 50%. Blonde's going to go for another one of those big hits, but is unable to pull it off. Max gets in a big hit of his own. The deficit now cut to 30%. Max clawing his way back into this. The advantage is not looking quite so big. And Blonde manages to do it again. Max down to his final stock. It's not looking good for the Banjo player right now, because right now it is looking very likely Blonde is going to take this one with Max already on his final stock. Blonde sitting at 86% on his second stock. If Max is able to get some big hits in, he's able to finish off Blonde quickly, he might be able to get back into this fight, but I think rate things are going. I don't know. Max is able to get a hit in, send him flying, but Blonde is so lethal with those massive attacks. And you have to feel like one of them is just waiting around the corner, but Max is able to dodge out of that one. That's good work. Max needs to hurry up. He's getting a big damage deficit here. 34% currently as it stands, but Blonde sitting at 120%. It is vital right now that Max gets that kill quickly, because his damage counter is rising up to 75%. It is so vital for Max that he gets that hit in, but he's unable to. Blonde is able to get the hit in, and now Max is sitting at 95% damage on his final stock. He needs to destroy Blonde's second life and do it now, but he can't. It's a 3-1 victory to Blonde, and he moves to match point. So, you know what that means. Blonde is 1 round away from winning the semi-finals and booking his spot in the grand finals to face either Law or Black. Interesting turn of events. Blonde came into this as the lower seed. When placed against Max earlier in the tournament, I think it was a 3-1 loss. Max definitely won that match, and it was rather convincing from what I remember. Blonde having a massive turnaround here. Interesting move here. In the 11th hour for Max, on the verge of defeat and dropping out of this tournament, he makes the switch to Samus. The switch to hero has been inspired. The switch to hero has been inspired for Blonde, sorry. And it has worked out so heavily in his favour. Can switching to Samus do the same for Max? Are we going to go all the way to a map 7? There is no way of knowing. It is going to be Blonde getting that early advantage. However, I think this might be a little bit of a bridge too far for Max. Fairly even play though here in the first 30 seconds. Not match for damage deficit, although Blonde now gets to about 40%. Max manages to cancel Blonde out of that. Oh no, wait, he's still charged up, isn't he? Blonde is banking on these massive hits with the lightning bolt or the fire, and that is how he's getting these kills. He's managing, even when he doesn't kill with them, he gets about 40-50% damage with each hit. It's incredible the amount of damage he's able to do, and he's got the first stock off Max. Max now staring down the barrel of his second defeat of this tournament, and by far the most humbling, because he will have gone out of the tournament if he loses here. He's only got 2 stocks left to hold onto his position. This match looked even at the beginning, but Blonde, oh, the switch to hero has really not worked for Max, and Samus not working out too well for him so far. However, 101% damage on Blonde right now. Max, big hit, not able to get the kill, however. He needs to execute Blonde right now. He needs to take that first stock off him ASAP. That is good. He's not able to, though. Hero is able to recover, and Max is going to have to work a little bit harder to be able to get that first stock off of Blonde. Big screw attack hit there. Very good work, Max, and he has got both players back to level pickings, 2 stocks each. Damage deficit only 30%. Max can still fight his way back into this. Great shield there against Blonde's fireball attack. That is really good work. Exactly what he needed. And he is fighting his way back into this tooth and nail. Only 15% damage between them. However, Blonde getting those hits in, being able to extend that lead. It is unknown exactly what's going to happen right now. Blonde with the advantage of about 50% yet. No, less now. Max is fighting his way back in. This is very close. Both players on their second stock. Not much separating the two players right now. The switch to Samus might have actually benefited Max really well. The adaptations in this match between both players have been fantastic so far. And I think this is really working out in Max's favour. He is still at about a 10% damage deficit. Now a little bit higher. But it is definitely far, far more even than the previous two matches have been. That's a great hit there by Max. And now, for the first time, he is in charge of this match. If he can get another big hit like that in, he can execute Blonde and go down to the wire, taking us to a map number 7. However, it is looking very good for Max here at the moment. If he can land that massive hit, ooh, he might not need to. The screw attack lands, and he is building up a damage advantage here. However, Blonde has the lightning bolt attack ready to go. Max needs to be so careful with his next engagements. He can't afford to be hit by that attack because he will lose his stock. No matter what, he will lose his stock. And he does lose it. Max is on what could possibly be his final stock of the entire tournament. However, Blonde sitting at 135% damage. It won't take much for Max to finish Blonde off right now. He gets a big screw attack in, but not quite enough to finish him off. Oh, that's bad for Max. That is very bad. And he's still unable to finish Blonde off. He's now sitting at 50% damage on his final stock. He needs to finish Blonde off, and he needs to finish him off now. The damage deficit is building. It's now up to 70%, 80%. Max's hold on this tournament, this match, is desperately in need of a miracle. He needs to finish Blonde off, he needs to finish Blonde off, and it is not working in his favour, and that is going to be it. Ladies and gentlemen, Blonde wins the match 4-2, and we'll progress to the final to face Black or Law later in the week. What a contest, though. What a contest. Ladies and gentlemen, that was easily the best match so far in this tournament. We got to see some heroes we never got to see before. We got some great adaptations, and most important of all, we got a fantastically close match between two very, very good competitors. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. I will bring you footage of the other semi-final later in the week, and the final itself, of course. Until next time, I will see you later.